Dear brothers and sisters, I welcome you all to hear and see this video message. In this video, I am going to explain, did the Hindus never eat beef in India? Content for this video I given in the description. You can go through and study. The killing of cow for the guest had grown to such an extent that the guest came to called Go-ghna, which means the killer of the cow. To avoid the slaughter of the cows, the Ashvateyana Grahya Sutra suggests that the cow should be let loose when the guest comes so as to escape the rule of etiquette. The testimony of the Satapatha Brahmana and the Apastamba Dharma Sutra, insofar as it supports the view that Hindus were against cow killing and beef eating, are merely exhortation against the excess of cow killing and not prohibition against cow killing. Indeed, the exhortation proves that cow killing and eating of beef had become a common practice. The Hindus at one time did kill cows and did eat beef is proved abundantly by the description of the Yajnas given in the Buddhist Sutras, which relate to the periods much later than the Vedas and the Brahmanas. The scale on which the slaughter of cows and animals took place was colossal. It is not possible to give a total of such slaughter on all accounts committed by the Brahmins in the name of religion. Some idea of the extent of the slaughter can, however, be had from reference to it in the Buddhist literature. As an illustration, reference may be made to the Kutadanta Sutta, in which Buddha preached against the performance of animal sacrifices to Brahmin Kutadanta. Buddha, though speaking in a tone of sarcastic travesty, gives a good idea of the practices and rituals of the Vedic sacrifices when he said, "And brother, O Brahmin, at that sacrifice neither were any oxen slain, neither goats nor fowls nor fatted pigs, nor were any kind of living creatures put to death. No trees were cut down to be used as posts, no Darbha crosses mown to stress around the sacrificial spot, and the slaves and messengers and workmen there employed were driven neither by rods nor fear, nor carried on their work weeping with tears upon their faces." Kutadanta, on the other hand, in thanking Buddha for his conversion, gives an idea of the magnitude of the slaughter of animals which took place at such sacrifice when he says, I betake myself to the Venerable Go-ghna as my guide to the doctrine and the other order. May the Venerable One accept me as a disciple, as one who from this day forth, as long as life endures, has taken him as his guide. And I myself, O Go-ghna, will have the 700 bulls and the 700 steers and the 700 heifers and the 700 goats and the 700 rams set free. To them I grant their life. Let them eat grass and drink fresh water, and may cool breezes waft around them. In the Samyukta Nikaya, we have another description of a Yajna performed by Peshnadi, the king of Kosala. It is said that 500 bulls, 500 calves, and many heifers, goats, and rams were led to the pillar to be sacrificed. With this evidence, no one can doubt that there was a time when Hindus, both Brahmins and non-Brahmins, ate not only flesh but also beef. Why then did the non-Brahmins give up eating beef? There appears to be no apparent reason for this departure on their part, but there must be some reason behind it. The reason it was due to their desire to imitate the Brahmins that the non-Brahmins gave up beef eating. This may be a novel theory, but it is not an impossible theory. This culture within a society spread by imitation of the ways and manners of the superior classes by the inferior classes. This imitation is so regular in its flaw that its working is as mechanical as the working of a natural law. The lower classes always imitate the higher classes. This is a matter of such common knowledge that hardly any individual can be found to question its validity. That the spread of the cow worship among the cessation of beef eating by the non-Brahmins has taken place by reason of the habit of the non-Brahmins to imitate the Brahmins who were untouchability, their superior is beyond dispute.